Hey, g'day! I have just returned from another rock hunt out in the goldfields of Western Australia. I met up with mate George, and the main reason I went was to look for this stuff here, BeetleStone. I collected some last time and a lot of people have been asking for it, so I was like, well, I'll go back and grab some more. Which is what I did. Got about 20 kilos, I think. It's BeetleStone. While we were there, we collected up some Opalite, common opal. What's this stuff here? This one actually started off a bit of a trend for the whole hunt. And that was this little pocket of Druze there, a Druzy Pocket. Ended up being a theme for the whole hunt. This is another piece of Opalite. Again, common opal. We call it Opalite here in Western Australia. Yellows and greens, very nice. For this here, it's all the same stuff really. Opalite. Beautiful colours in that. Pity it's such a thin vein. It can be difficult to work with. We also, one of the main reasons we went back was to, besides for the BeetleStone, was to try and collect some Chrysoprase. Which is what this is. Nice big chunk of Chrysoprase. So that's half. I saw this rock, gave it a whack, found that in the middle. So George took half and I took the other. Wait and see how that turns out. Should be nice. There was also, you'll see in the video, a big rock that I saw a few months ago when I was there, with a seam of Chrysoprase running through it. It was basically like that. Went back with the feather and wedges, which I'll show you coming up, exactly what the feather and wedges are. And had a go at that rock, and ended up with quite a few nice pieces, you'll see in the video. Don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. One of them will probably just be a display piece, an exhibition piece. This is some more Chrysoprase that we found sort of lying around. So from there we headed down towards Norseman. On the way there's a site, a mine site that they blocked using lots of Lepidolite. Lepidolite and petalite, this stuff here. So I've got a few big chunks of that. I'm just showing you the small pieces now just to show the variation in colours. So that's Lepidolite. From there we went down to Killaloe, is it Killaloe Hill? I think it's Killaloe Hill. And the search for Druzy Pockets continued. You can see here in this one, oh, I hope you can, there's a nice big Druzy Pocket there. The Killaloe areas of it have lots of Druzy Pockets. So Druze is crystal, so a layer of crystal. When it's in a pocket like that, it's a Druzy Pocket. I hope you can see that. So this is Killaloe Jasper, most of it with Druzy Pockets. Oh, I haven't got very organised, have I? What's that one? I think that's all I've got to show you of the Killaloe. From there we went looking for some malachite. Now, it's quite rare to find malachite where we were, but there is a seam of it. And some of it also has the azurite, which is the blue. So malachite's the green, azurite's the blue. Just some nice little exhibition display pieces of that. Quite a few. And again, Druzy Pockets. Like I say, it was a real theme for the whole weekend. The Druzy Pockets. There's some more of the azurite in there. Here's one last piece of that. Again with a big bit of Druzy there. Druzy Pockets, funny name I know. From there we went back to Norseman, where there's a whole lot of dendritic opalite just laying around. Actually, what's that? That's a piece of Killaloe as well, with a Druzy Pocket. And yeah, so back to Norseman for the dendritic opalite. It's everywhere. You'll see in the video. So dendritic opalite, common opal, means it's common opal with dendrites, which is the branch structures running through it. Oh, there's also something that's become known as Merlinite, so I grabbed a few pieces of that as well. Merlinite is dendritic opalite with these translucent darker sections in it. So yes, let's get started on the rock hunt. Hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. I make videos on all things rock related, from collecting to cutting and polishing, along with helpful hints. If you enjoy my videos, please consider subscribing as well as liking, sharing and commenting to help me build my channel. Thank you. So I left for Kalgoorlie about mid-morning on the Friday. I was going to meet up with George on Saturday morning. Got there about sunset and went and checked out that big piece of Chrysoprase that was a vein running through a big rock. This was a piece laying nearby, so I thought, yeah, I'd keep him. This is the piece I'd come back to try and excavate, I guess is the word. But yeah, it was getting dark, the sun had gone down, so I had to find a place to sleep for the night, get up bright and early to meet up with George. Here it is next morning. I had a pretty sleepless night. It was a bit sticky. When I wound the windows down to cool down, there was mozzie, so I got bitten. I got eaten alive. But I made it through the night. And George and I went looking for some BeetleStone firstly, which is what this is. It's not exactly everywhere, but there are patches, and I've actually run out of it. I've been selling some and polishing some, and I'm going back with George in a few weeks. We're going to collect some more. So yeah, BeetleStone. That's what I'm calling it. That's what I'm told it's called. Until then, that's what it will be called, until I find out otherwise. So this is it. Beautiful rock. This is how much I collected. So those buckets are 20 litres. So probably, I guess, 20 kilos, something like that. Then we went looking for some opalite, some common opal. Well, we weren't looking for anything really, anything we'd find. I found some common opal, which is what this is.
This is nice, George.
This had some really nice colours in it.
Yeah, yellow and green.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Got some Druzy in there.
Now I'm just going to take a quick break from the rock hunt to explain something about using the phone to try to get details using the camera phone. The good people at Apexel have sent me this to review. This is a 3-level adjustable phone microscope. Comes in a nice box. There's the instructions, the microscope. This is for your phone, so it clips onto your phone. There is also a carry bag and a cleaning cloth and the USB-C charging cable. So there's 3 different settings, as well as that which was the centering section. There's 40, there's 80, there's 120 times magnification and centering, which is used for setting up on your phone. It also has lights, different levels of lighting, half lighting, and this blue one, I need to check out what that is. It might be UV, I'm not sure. So it's just a matter of clamping it onto your phone. First you have to find the right lens. Depending on your phone, it'll be a different lens. It's that one there on my phone. Then it's a matter of tightening down this clamp. Not too tight, you don't want to go breaking anything. And this is what you get. This is at 40 times magnification. Now the thing is, with any sort of macro lens, or indeed this, I guess you call it a micro lens, your depth of field is very short. So depth of field is the amount of image that's in focus. Like from the lens, it's probably, I think, about 10 millimeter before it comes into focus. This is 80 times magnification. But that level of focus is only a millimeter or less in some cases, depending on your magnification. The more you zoom in, the less that depth of field is. So I'm pretty happy with the detail I'm seeing here, but it's probably more suited to flat surfaces. You can see there I'm struggling to sort of bring it into focus, and you just move half a millimeter to bring the focus in. That's how accurate it is, I guess, or touchy it is. but very happy. So yeah, I thought, what if it was a flat surface, a relatively flat surface? So this is a flatter surface. This is the dendritic opalite. Works pretty well. I think the lens would work a lot better. It works fine. This is 40 times magnification. It works fine for this, but I think still photos would be the best for it. I haven't tried them yet. I sort of ran out of time to get this video ready. If you'd like one for yourself, I'll add a link in the description here. Go to that link and enter the discount code PaulRO15 and you'll get 15% discount. Let me know how you get on. Okay, so on with the rock hunt. This is that seam of Chrysoprase I was going to get. And what I'll be using is something called a feather and wedge, or a set of feather and wedges. What you do is you drill a hole. This is them here. That's the drill you use. Has to be the correct diameter. And this is feather and wedge. So those bits at the end there, they slide into the hole you drilled, and then you hammer this in, making the hole wider and wider, till finally, if you're lucky, the rock cracks. So this is it. I drilled half a dozen holes, hoping to get it off in one piece, but it didn't quite work that way. There's one piece. This here came off with a fairly decent sized chunk. I was happy enough to get this piece off. And you know, we had a go at this last time we were here a few months ago with hammers and all sorts of stuff and got nowhere with it. The feather and wedge has really made quite short work of it, so they'll be part of my toolkit from now on whenever I go rock hunting, along with the cordless drill, of course. Yeah, some really nice usable bits, I think, in that. And this is it. All that came off that rock, we just wet it to make it look nicer. So I think there's some usable bits of Chrysoprase in there. Beautiful rock, beautiful colouring. And this is what I got from our first location. So this is Killaloe. This is some BeetleStone. More BeetleStone. This is some Opalite or common opal. Beautiful mint green colour. There's a lot of this there. This is also Opalite, but in a more green. This bit here again is Opalite with a yellow green. This is going to make some nice slabs, I think, that one. It should slab up really nicely. And then this piece here, very happy with him. That's the one that has the Druzy pocket. Right there. Look at that. Nice, isn't it? You can see that's about as close as I can get using the camera. The Chrysoprase. This is off that large rock. Bits that came off it. I'm sure they'll make some nice tumbled stones. This one here was stuff we found because we went for a walk around the site there, and there's pieces like this that have already been broken off. Now from there we went to the Lepidolite site, which is on the way to Norseman. I don't know why George picked that piece up, but this is what you're looking at. Again, just lots of nice pieces laying around. I picked up some fairly large pieces, but for this I'll just show some small pieces to show the different colours that it comes in. Nice range of pinks and purples. From there it's a short drive to Norseman, where the dendritic opalite is, and it's laying around all over the place. Just basically walk around, pick up some pieces. There's yellows, there's greens, there's whites, occasionally red colouring, and occasionally what looks like blue, but it's usually just black dendrites on a white that sort of develop a blue tint. You saw a little bit of it there on that one. So I don't think it's actually blue, I think it's just basically black or grey. Tricking your eyes to think it's blue. So yeah, this place here, you can walk around in 5 minutes and fill buckets full. It's typical of what you find with green and yellow. Doesn't take long at all before you're thinking, oh, I've got enough. This is a nice piece. Look at that, straight off the ground, nice and glossy.
Oh,
George was hacking away at some pieces over here.
Very good. Okay.
Happy with that, George? And this is what I came away with from Norseman. All of it dendritic opalite. I keep saying opalite and people don't always like it. Opalite is the name of a synthetic opal that's been produced in the last few years, whereas in Western Australia, opalite is what we've called common opal for at least 70 years. So we're not going to change. This is some of the Merlinite that you get from the area. So Merlinite is the common opal, dendritic opal, with those sections in it that are translucent, the dark sections, and they polish up extremely well. So from there we went into Norseman, had a shower, had a meal at the pub, and then decided we'd head out to the Killaloe location that night, just to save time in the morning. And also you can hit it in the morning when it's cool. This is first thing in the morning. We slept out there. It's nice and cool and the flies aren't out yet, so there's a lot of advantages to getting up early. And this is what it's like again, beautiful rocks laying around in the open. So there's some botryoidal Druzy Pockets.
Hey?
This was mined, I think about 20 years ago. And yeah, they just decided, all right, we've got enough, we'll leave it. And so it's just all laying around. Beautiful colours. This is Killaloe. We call it Killaloe Jasper, but it's more of an opalite, a common opal. Lovely big Druzy pocket in that one. And it does seem to have a lot of Druzy pockets. I'm not sure why, as opposed to opalite. George hitting some rocks.
You're too fussy, George. You're too fussy.
Not sure why he's being so fussy. You don't need to dig, it's just everywhere. I'll give you a quick example. Blacks and whites, yellows, greys, reds, burgundies, pinks, yellow and black. Such a beautiful range of colours, and it's everywhere. Now this is some of what I brought back from me from the Killaloe location. Look at that, grey black with yellow bands running through it. Brick red with yellow. Ooh, a nice big Druzy pocket. It really was a Druzy pocket adventure this weekend. And this is unusual, those swirls in there. Grey with the white swirls. I'm keen to cut him up and see what it's like on the inside and make some little tumbled stones out of that one. More Druze. Yellow and grey, what we call it, grey-green, I guess. Red, yellow, grey, white, orange, all on the same rock. It really is special. Blacks and whites, oh, another Druzy pocket. Botryoidal because of the ball shapes, it's called botryoidal. Should look it up, see why it is called botryoidal, but that's what it is. Some nice colours again. And then it's about a 20-minute drive to the Malachite location, back where we came through the night. And this is it. Someone's had a dig there. All the really good stuff is probably gone, unless you're prepared to do some heavy digging. But there are some beautiful little pieces around, kicking around like this stuff here. So I whacked a few of these pieces that were laying around and found some nice little Druzy pockets again. There's nothing special, or is it? No. And some of it had this here, the blue, which is azurite. So malachite is the green, azurite the blue. Druzy crystals. These are some of the pieces that I brought back with me from the Malachite location. Very happy with some of these. You couldn't really polish them. You might slab them and get something reasonably nice. Look at that, nice little display pieces. That's what I was getting, just display pieces. Just something to put in my cabinet, which I'm going to be doing over Christmas. Updating my cabinet. And a lot of these will be going in there. So you can see the lens that I showed you earlier really zooms in. There's no way you get much closer than what I'm showing you here using just the phone camera. Still looks nice, but you don't see the detail that you would with the lens. Some beautiful pieces. Very happy to get some Azurite. A nice big Druzy slab on that. So that would have been a pocket at some point, but someone came along with a hammer and broke it. So that was it. It was time to head for home. And as always, we got stuck waiting for a train. I have to speed these up. They take so long. It's about 2.5 minutes, something like that, 3 minutes. And there it goes. So time to head home, and it's about a 7-hour drive home. Well, probably longer from Norseman, 8.5, something like that. And as I was going, it seemed to get cloudier and cloudier as I headed home, until finally a storm broke. It got so wet, but I made it home safely. And this is what came home with me. This is the whole lot of it. Lots of BeetleStone, until further notification of what it is actually called. That's what it's called. This is that big chunk of Opalite with a Druzy pocket in it. Nice. Lots more pieces of Opalite here, including this mint green one, and that one there I'm going to slab. This mint green one, nice. More mint green. It's a beautiful colour. Pity it doesn't come in bigger pieces. And the Chrysoprase I got. Lots of nice little pieces of Chrysoprase. Now this one here I'm not sure if it is or not. Cutting will tell. Once we cut it, we'll be able to tell if it's Chrysoprase or Opalite. This from the big chunk, and there is the big chunk there. Yeah, more Chrysoprase. From there, the Lepidolite. Look at this, look at the crystals in that. I don't know if that's petalite or Lepidolite. There's a lot of variations on Lepidolite, as I found out recently at the show. People were saying, well, it is Lepidolite, but it's also blah, blah, blah. And some of these names were just losing me, so there's a lot of different versions of Lepidolite. This is the dendritic Opalite from Norseman. There's that nice piece I found. Some different colours, sort of beigey colours. Some of the whites over there. More of the beige. That's those fine dendrites. I really like them. This is the white stuff. It looks grey there, but sometimes it can appear blue, the dendrites in them. Like that, sort of. And from there, the Merlinite. Grabbed a few chunks of Merlinite as well. Very happy to get them. I know that's Killaloe, shouldn't be in there. Merlinite. And beautiful pieces. That's actually Merlinite as well, being a beige colour. Now this is all the Killaloe Jasper, for lack of a better name. You can see the range of colours that comes in. Isn't it nice? There's that nice piece there. It has a sort of waxy feel to it, look to it, but it's really quite solid. This one here, oh, it was really sparkly in the sunlight, but I couldn't catch it on the phone, on the camera. Pity. It really came to life. And the ones with the Druzy Pockets are over here. Oh, the nice clean white look of them. Some of them had a bit of dirt in like that way. This one red with the Druzy, that's nice. Look at that, just nice. Again, not a lot you can do with these, except maybe just display them. They look nice displayed. And then the Malachite. Lots of Malachite with Azurite. And of course, Druzy crystals. Very nice. Some larger chunks. I need to find out exactly how to display them or exactly what I'm going to do with them. Look at that. And then one thing we also found as we were leaving was this, which I think is either chert or banded jasper. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. Till next time, see ya.